Okay, I know what you guys are thinking. Nexon? Ew. Why would you be talking about Nexon? Why would you be talking about a Nexon game? Well, honestly, we're talking about Nexon today because they revealed as of a couple days ago that they had a giant number of games that they are in the process of developing. And I do want to note, first and foremost, that this was reported on MMO Culture, but we're here to talk about it today because at least one of those games is going to be an MMORPG, which means, we kind of have to cover it. So, first and foremost, let's go ahead here and talk about the MMORPG in question. This MMO does not have a title. It doesn't even have a project prefix, which means that they're just calling it upcoming MMO, numbered, I don't know, like 37 or something. According to MMO Culture, this game is apparently in development for multiple platforms, and yes, you guys guessed it, it is going to be cross-platform between the PC and mobile platforms. I know, guys, just relax, don't close out of the video yet. It has been proven time and time again. Okay, well, maybe it hasn't been proven time and time again. It is possible, it is definitely plausible that they could pull off a high quality Okay, I'm genuinely trying here to keep a straight face when I'm saying this, but it is potentially plausible for Nexon to pull off a game that is cross-platform between PC and mobile devices that is not a pay-to-win piece of garbage. So before we go ahead here and completely disregard this game, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's at least see a trailer for the game. Let's at least see in-game footage of the game, because at the very least, it might be something pretty to create a character in. It might be something that can take up some of your time for a short period. And, okay, you know what? Let's keep reading here. It is being crafted using Unreal Engine 4, that's always promising, with a focus on real-time combat, which means it is going to have action combat, responsive action combat, and large-scale strategic siege. So this is essentially what every mobile MMO is. These are features that they all claim are innovative and that set their games apart from all the other games. So yeah, here we go. Real-time action combat and large-scale strategic siege wars. And essentially all it is you click auto and your characters like automatically attack monsters and then another player if the player happens to run on by, and then you end up dead because they're probably much higher than you and much stronger than you and have a lot more combat power than you. But you know what? That is just Untitled MMORPG number 1. Let's move on. The next game they're working on is TalesWeaver M. This game was announced back in 2016. Wow, 5 years ago. It seems that the project has hit some sort of development hell. Well, I mean, this is a Nexon game, so that stands to reason, right? How many Nexon games here have actually made it to launch? Other than improved graphics, players will get to enjoy the original story with new plots as well, along with real-time combat. So that is also going to have action combat, which is interesting. Next up is P2? Who names these games? A multi-platform title for PC and consoles. Well, that is interesting. This is actually being built for computers and for consoles, but not being built for mobile devices. Well, you know what? This right here, if it doesn't get canceled, might actually be something worth keeping an eye on. P2 is being crafted using Unreal Engine 4. It is a team-based game which is touting fast tempo battles and stylish character actions not seen in the market before. What does that even mean? And it is a team-based game, so it is going to be some type of MOBA, some type of battle royale, some type of, I don't know. So this is essentially going to be a PvP based game. Following that is P3. Yeah, this is a weird one. P1 is an RPG with multiplayer features being built for the PC platform, but it is not characterized as an MMORPG by Nexon. It is described as an adventure through medieval fantasy dungeons with friends. The dungeons are touted as being dark and dangerous. Wait, so this is, is this called P3 or P1 then? I don't know, I'm just gonna go ahead here, since it's titled as P3 on MMO Culture, and then when they're describing the game, they call it P1, I'm gonna go ahead here and just refer to it as P3. But, so this is a PC exclusive game, but it is not an MMO. However, it is an adventure game that allows you to play cooperatively with friends. So it is essentially an online cooperative multiplayer medieval fantasy action game with an emphasis on dungeons. So Nexon's attempt at Genshin Impact. Okay, well, you know what? That is always good to hear, that a game has shaken up the very foundation of the genre, so much so that other companies are like, you know what, we gotta get in on that. So then they go ahead and they make their version of it. Granted, they never end up living up to the original for the most part, but I mean, it's always good to have competition and variety. Then they have Project SF2. Whoa, this actually, the graphical style of this reminds me a lot of Kurzweil and a lot of Pyria Chronicles. Pyria Chronicles, of course, was shut down by Nexon after they spent tens of millions of dollars on the game, years in development, but that's a topic for another video. We've already covered that extensively over the years. Project SF2 is in development for only mobile devices? Come on, are you serious? With a game that looks that good, I mean, they could have at least made it cross-platform compatible, right? So this is apparently in development for the mobile platform. Project SF2 is a character collection RPG crafted using Unreal Engine 4, as you can see from the teaser image below. A bright, cartoony 3D design is used. The game is said to be targeted for the global market. So this is going to be your traditional gacha RPG. This is essentially going to be a waifu collector like Genshin Impact, like Epic 7, like all of the other mobile character collector RPGs out there. Then Project HP, ooh, she looks really cool. But Project HP, this is an action game set in a medieval world. What is it about medieval worlds that appeals so deeply to developers? I feel like every South Korean mobile MMO is set in a medieval world. I feel like so many MMOs in general, even indie developed MMOs, are set in a medieval world. And that's fine. I love medieval games, I really do. It's just interesting, and I would really like to see some more fantasy games, some more sci-fi games, maybe some more post-apocalyptic games, not necessarily post-apocalyptic survival games. We have plenty of them, trust me. But post-apocalyptic MMOs and post-apocalyptic action games. But anyway, this is an action game set in a medieval world and surprisingly is developed for just a PC platform. I thought that this was the MMORPG based on Heroes of Incredible Tales, which I previously posted about, but apparently I am wrong. So they are also working on what? Heroes of Incredible Tales, a hit MMORPG, but that is pretty much everything that was revealed with regards to Nexon and the projects that they are currently hiring for. One of them is a cross-platform MMORPG slated to release both on PC and mobile devices. This is being built on Unreal Engine 4. Then TalesWeaver M, which has been in development for 5 years now. Then we have P2, which is a multi-platform PC and console game that is probably going to be some type of MOBA or competitive arena game. Then we have P3, which is a multiplayer RPG built exclusively for PC that is going to kind of, I guess, in my opinion, probably be something related to Genshin Impact. Then we have Project SF2, which is by far the thing that I'm most interested in here, that is being built only for mobile devices, which is a huge letdown for me. And then Project HP, which is once again another PC exclusive game that may or may not be an MMORPG, but is regardless an action game nonetheless. What do you guys think about all of that? Are you excited for it? I know, once again, this is Nexon. It's nothing really to be that excited about. Typically, it takes them decades to release their games, so it could be 2025, 2028 by the time we actually get any of these. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about all of these games down in the comment section below. Are you excited for any of them? Do you want me to go ahead and cover any of these games in more detail? Let me know and let's talk about it. Anyway, guys, that is it from me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.